Yes, I have decided, Theo affirmed, his voice echoing across the grand plaza. He stood opposite the assembled dignitaries, his figure small against the vastness of the palace grounds. I will, he declared with conviction. Next is Remington. Select the Zenith Academy, Remington declared. Remington became the Zenith Dragon's disciple. Pharaoh Ragnar, the Zenith Dragon. He likely made this decision because they both use the water current breathing, Theo explained. In my past life, Remington returned to his Narcio clan to grow stronger, Theo revealed, the scene shifting to a desolate battlefield, littered with the bodies of fallen soldiers. Remington stood amidst the carnage, his armor stained with blood, a grim determination etched on his face, where he eventually started a rebellion against the Ragnar clan. Theo continued, the image shifting to Remington, his figure radiating power, a spectral image of a Leon roaring behind him. But this time, he did not leave Ragnar, Theo stated. I'm certain this is another change brought on by me, he thought. Remington extended a hand towards Theo. It's a temporary farewell. Theo grasped his hand, their bond evident in the simple gesture. Let's both do our best in our places and meet again stronger, Remington declared, his voice filled with a quiet confidence. Of course, young Master Theo. I'll look forward to our reunion, he added, a hint of a smile on his face. Theo mirrored his smile, a sense of camaraderie passing between them. As I expected, Ray returned to the Daffodil Palace, where her mother the Ice Dragon is at, Theo stated, the scene shifting to a majestic palace, its architecture reminiscent of ice and snow. Ray stood before the palace, her figure silhouetted against the cold, imposing structure. There is no place better suited for her, Theo added. Sybil and the other guys from training ground number 4 wanted to follow me, Theo mused, their faces filled with a mixture of disappointment and determination. They were shown holding pieces of paper, their expressions downcast. But their grades were insufficient, Theo explained. It was a shame, parting ways with my comrades, Theo thought. With this, the nomination ceremony will conclude, a voice declared, echoing across the plaza. Good work, everyone. You are now dismissed, the voice added. Theo thought to himself, but I'm certain everyone will still try their best. As he turned to leave, a voice called out, Oh hey, Theo. Theo turned to see Hulkus. I didn't think we'd pick the same unit, he stated, a hint of surprise in his voice. Ha, 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 he laughed, waving a hand in greeting. Erica, her expression softening, crossed her arms, a hint of a smile on her lips. And I've also made some new friends, Theo thought with a gentle. He extended a hand towards them. Hulkus, Erica, nice seeing you guys here. He added, thanks for your help back at the second stage. You saved me. Erica, her cheeks slightly flushed, responded, You better not forget that you owe me. She then added, a determined glint in her eyes, Strong guys are the best. Hulkus, his enthusiasm barely contained, exclaimed, Damn it, Theo. I like you. He then echoed Erica's sentiment, declaring, Strong guys are the best. Theo, a hint of amusement in his eyes, chuckled softly. Huh? Why are these guys so into me all of a sudden, he wondered. Attention! The commander is coming, a voice shouted, interrupting the moment. Theo, Erica, and Hulkus turned to see a figure approaching, his presence commanding respect. Theo, his expression turning serious, thought to himself, Regardless, my goal has remained unchanged. The figure took a step forward. The most honorable unit within Ragnar, he mused, the image of a man clad in white and blue armor appearing. The perfect place for me to start my plans to become the clan head, he concluded, his gaze fixed on the approaching figure. The white armor dragon cavalry, Theo declared, the figure now fully visible, his armor gleaming in the sunlight. The figure stopped before them. Congratulations on becoming a member of the white armor dragon cavalry. Theo thought to himself, I'll go see Hilda later. He took another step forward, his figure silhouetted against the others. Now let's hear the declarations from our fresh recruits, the commander stated, a smirk playing on his lips. Hulkus, his voice filled with enthusiasm, exclaimed, "I want to become an awesome dragoon." Another voice added, "I want my name to be known far and wide." Erica declared, "I want to be the strongest of my generation." Another voice chimed in, "I want to be acknowledged by you, Commander." The recruits and the supervisor of the white armed dragon stood there, his gaze fixed on Theo as his turn started. Theo, his gaze fixed on the commander. "Ah," he began. The scene shifted to a battlefield, a storm raging overhead. Figures clashed, their weapons glinting in the lightning flashes, as a massive, shadowy dragon loomed in the background. To prepare for the great war that comes in 5 years, Theo stated. Theo, his voice filled with unwavering resolve, declared, "Will become the commander of the white armored dragon cavalry within 5 years." A collective gasp echoed from the assembled recruits. Aaron muttered, "He sure got guts." He then chuckled, adding, "To say that to the commander's face." The commander, his laughter booming across the plaza, exclaimed, "Ha ha ha, good. Dreams should be grand." He then addressed Theo directly, "Very well. You came to the right place." He turned, his cloak billowing behind him. "Whatever reason you may have for choosing our cavalry," he stated. He stopped before the assembled recruits, his gaze sweeping over them. "There is only one thing you need to remember," he declared. He raised a fist. "Every drop of blood and sweat you spill will be immortalized in legend within the history of Ragnar." He continued, his gaze fixed on them. "Today's hardship will become tomorrow's pride. Our shield does not break, and our sword does not yield." The recruits, their faces filled with determination, echoed his words. "Your comrades will always have your back, and you will in turn always have their backs," the commander stated, his gaze sweeping over the assembled recruits. He then added, a hint of a smile on his lips, "Waiting at the end of the road forged in blood and sweat." He paused, his gaze fixed on a point in the distance, is glory. The commander stood tall, his figure radiating authority. "Congratulations on becoming part of the white armored dragon family," he declared. A massive, spectral dragon appeared behind him, its form radiating power. The dragon let out a deafening roar, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. "A flying dragon!" a voice exclaimed, filled with awe. "The commander's partner," another added. The commander, a proud smile on his face, introduced his partner. "This is my partner, Gullah." He then explained, "He's a flying dragon, the symbol of us dragoons." Several more flying dragons appeared in the sky, their forms soaring gracefully through the air. Dragons landed heavily, its massive claws digging into the ground. Then again, the commander addressed the recruits. "Now get on your seniors, dragons." He then added, a hint of a smirk on his lips. He turned as he approached his own dragon. "We will start the admittance test," he declared. "It's time for you all to obtain a partner," the commander stated, his figure silhouetted against the sky as he mounted his dragon. He then commanded, "Everyone, assemble at the nest." The dragon took to the sky, its form soaring gracefully through the air. "So this is a dragoon," Theo exclaimed. He then wondered, "Will I get to have a flying dragon of my own?" A female voice responded, "Let's go, young master." Theo, his eyes widening in surprise, looked towards the source of the voice. "I see you've come to the white armored dragon cavalry," a voice stated as a figure mounted on a dragon approached Theo. "Evelyn?" Theo exclaimed with surprise. "Why are you here? Have you returned to active duty?" he asked. Evelyn, a sly grin on her face, responded, "Yes, it sort of happened." Theo, his eyes narrowed, stared at her intently. "Evelyn, your arm," he exclaimed, noticing her prosthetic arm. Evelyn, a mischievous grin on her face, simply smiled. Her prosthetic arm gleamed in the sunlight, its intricate design a testament to its craftsmanship.